I finally recorded a voiceover for a fairly long video, or I am recording it. This is for a 16-inch Pro. The process is very, very similar to a 14-inch, except it's more bigger, so it's more annoying and tedious, a little bit more cumbersome, but the general steps of it are identical to the 14-inch. You're going to use a flat plastic tool, kind of saw in between the adhesive of the bezel that's sitting on top of the LCD so you can get to the screws. You're going to take out the screws, then you're going to very slowly pull out the cold press glue around the LCD, and swear every time the adhesive rips and you have to grab it again. This is mostly self-explanatory. Kind of have a little bit more detail in the 14-inch video for the A2485, which you can reference if you're trying to learn a little bit more on this process. These videos are basically in the hopes that there will perhaps be more than 10 dudes fixing these, because right now there really are very few places offering this repair, because it's tedious and hard, so unnecessarily so. I did my complaining about these sort of design choices in the other video, so we'll leave that there. Probably just kind of add some lo-fi music or something over the rest of this. Few key things: use a heat pad. I have it at like 170 Fahrenheit, like 75 Celsius ish. This will help a lot. Any adhesive pulling thing, just have it on the heat plate. It will get the whole back plate pretty warm and everything comes out easier. I don't know why I didn't use the heat plate in my last video. I feel like I just forgot that it existed. I just felt like punishing myself that day, making it take longer for no reason. This whole video is basically sped up 4x. Probably the actual active time I had on this was about 2.5 hours. 16-inch to take a little bit longer. For some reason I don't have recording of me putting chips back on the new screen. I have for removing and reballing all that. It's soldering on a BGA chip. If you can do everything else here, it should be pretty self-explanatory. Take a reference image of the chip just so you put it back on the right way, and prep the area, reball the chip, put it back on. Pretty much. I will try to answer questions if people have questions. If you are trying this yourself, good luck. Suppose we'll yap a little bit more maybe at the end of the video, and then we'll present you with some lo-fi beats to chill and fix MacBook 2. I'll include a link to the A2485 14-inch repair video in the description. So if you are trying to see a little bit more detail for how this process is done and would like a little bit more of it explained, you can watch that, and watch every single one of our other videos and like them all and subscribe. Tell all your friends and family, and send me your broken MacBooks so I can fix them. And once again, if you are someone who fixes MacBooks watching this, good luck. It can be a little bit tricky. It might take you a few attempts, so I always say practice on donor devices, not your customers, and hopefully you have success with this if you are attempting it. We'll yap more at the end of the video. is at this moment in doing this repair, you're going to want to take a reference image of the spacing for the metal bracket that is attached to the screen assembly, because when you're putting it back together, you don't have a reference image, you are going to have a bad time. It's extremely tight purchase, and if you're off by really a millimeter in either way, you will not be able to close the screen. You'll have to take this thing off again, and it's no fun. So take a reference image. In my other video too, there's a point, it's about 7 millimeters spacing from, there's like a little curved point in the metal bracket from the edge of the LCD. That's about what you want. But just take reference images, measure twice, install once, as the saying goes, and then I'm sure I'll chime in a few more times here. Right here, it looks like I think I just positioned the control board a little bit wrong on the bracket, so I had just basically peeled through the adhesive again and reapplied it. I had to cut a brief second of it because in the reflection, I think someone's phone number was showing up on my computer monitor or something like that. So that's all it is here. That's also something kind of key. When you took those reference images earlier of the screen, you should see that, but you just want to make sure you're positioning all this stuff correctly, because you'll be sad if you have to take it apart again. It is customary to bless the replacement screen with some jazz hands. But once you finish up testing on the display, just kind of comb over the thing with a fine eye. I suppose you want to make sure you didn't get any debris or something like that in between the backlight or the LCD, which you should do before you install it, ideally. Again, a lot of this stuff is, be careful, measure what you're doing for stuff like installing the adhesive, and really, getting the panel off and aligning the bracket is kind of frankly more complicated than reballing the IC chip. Or at least it requires kind of more finesse and hand skill, I suppose, and that's really what this repair is just a test of that. So we had a good amount of these at this point, and really by the nature of it, there's not a lot of people offering this repair. Surely with time, the market will kind of force more shops to learn this sort of thing. Again, it's unfortunate that this is necessary to fix a MacBook screen. Hopefully, some sort of tool comes out that lets people just, replace the screen like, it should be, which is just, replacing a part. It should be a very quick and easy repair. It's not. I suppose it's good for us, but it's bad for most shops, and it's bad for the consumer for these things to be assembled like this. So for now, this is what we'll do. And hopefully someone releases a programmer or something like that, or maybe Apple will start feeling really nice and stop doing this. But we'll see you in the next video. And again, reference that A2482 14-inch video if you need more details on the process. If you have these and they're broken, we do mail-in service, or if you're in South Orange County, come on in. We can fix your MacBook. Everyone have a nice day, and we'll catch you in the next video.